This is last session, so I will be quickly and make some brief about our presentation. As you know, Sustainable Development Goal 6, it's talk about the water conservation on the earth. So billions of people are still living without safely managed water and sanitation. Sustainable Development Goal number 6 is ensure to the availability of water for all by 2030. Achieving this goal, number 6, integral to the success of 2030 agenda for sustainable development, which aim to end extreme poverty and protect our planet. So water is one of the world's most precious resources, but as the planet climate change and population rises up to 9.6 billion people by 2050, we need to conserve the water. As you know, climate change can affect on our life. Droughts, extreme rainfall events are wreaking heavy toll on the lives and the economies. Melting snow, ice, and glacier have increased hazard like floods and threaten long-term water security for millions of people. WMO State of Global Water Resource Report, this is the last report in 2022, built on the pilot issue last year. It contains expanded information on important hydrological variables like groundwater, evaporation, stream flow, terrestrial water storage, soil moisture, cryosphere, this is frozen water, reservoir flow, and hydrological disaster. It integrates field observation, satellite-based remote sensing data, and numerical modeling simulation to assess water resource at the global state. The climate change is primarily a water crisis. We feel its impact through worsening floods, rising sea level, shrinking ice field, wildfire, and droughts. However, water can fight climate change. Sustainable water management is essential to build the resilience of society and ecosystem and to reducing carbon emission. Everyone has a role to play. Individual and household level action are vital. 0.5%, it's the only water on the earth is usable and available fresh water, and climate change is dangerous, affecting the supply. Over the past 20 years, terrestrial water storage, including soil moisture, snow, ice, has dropped at the rate of 1 centimeter per year, with significant ramification for the water security. This is as per the Water Meteorological Organization report 2021. In our region, we implementing and starting implement the green flag criteria or models starting 2019. You know the criteria for the green flag: welcome place, health, safe, secure, well-maintained, and clean environmental management, biodiversity, community involvement, marketing, communication, and management of the park. So we need to make a positive difference. Park, green space, and waterway are important public space in the most city. They offer solution to the effect of the rapid, unsustainable urbanization on the health and well-being. Social economic benefit of the urban green spaces are equally important and should be viewed in the context of global issues such as climate change, as well as other priorities set out in the Sustainable Development Goal, including sustainable cities, public health, and nature conservation. Green space and other nature-based solutions offer innovative approach to increase the quality of urban setting, enhance local resilience, and promote sustainable lifestyle, improving both health and well-being urban society. Urban green space is a component of green infrastructure, and it's an important part of public open space and the common service provided by the city, and can serve as health-promoting setting for all urban community members. It's therefore necessary to ensure that the public green space are easily accessible for all population groups and distributed equally within the city. Urban green space can reduce environmental health risk associated with the urban living through improved air and water quality, buffering noise pollution, mitigating impact from extreme events. In addition, they support and facilitate health and well-being by enabling stress, elevation, and relaxation, physical activity, improved social interaction, and community cohesiveness. Health benefits include improved level of mental health, physical fitness, and cognitive and immune function, as well as lower mortality rate in general. So, community participation assure use and acceptance of urban green space. Active involvement of local residents in the building urban green space increase their identification with and use of the space. Urban green space intervention improve the quality of the life for the whole city, and a wide range of community groups and stakeholders need to be involved in their planning. Such intervention provide opportunity specifically to support disadvantaged or underserved area to reach out to individual population groups. So the future of water is one of the issue mind in the government, scientists, business leaders across the Middle East. Sustainable production, storage, delivery of water is one of the biggest challenges facing the region today. Current analysis suggests that if things stay the same by 2050, water scarcity will cause the MENA region economic losses that represent 40% of its entire GDP. Agriculture sector, the most significant water consuming sector, farming, forestry, and agriculture claim up to 70 to 75% of the many Middle Eastern nation water usage. As a traditional irrigation method, soak up hundreds of millions of liters per day. Changes and improvement to ways this industry uses water have the greatest potential to tackle waste and free up vast quantities of potable water for other purposes. So we need to think differently about green space. Lush with less water. There are three key areas in which water usage can be significantly reduced: landscape design, type of irrigation system operating method. Efficient landscape irrigation. Abu Dhabi hot climate and lack of rainfall present extreme irrigation changes for local residents. Keep garden plants healthy and protect from intense heat takes considerable amount of water. However, it's possible to reduce our water usage without harming our plants. For landscape planning and design, number one, choose plants with low water requirements. Select trees and shrubs that require less water, including those native to Abu Dhabi that are adapted to the extreme climate. Number two, place plants with similar irrigation needs together. By grouping together various of plants, easier to give them the correct amount of water. So irrigation breaks and operation. Using automatic time to regulate the frequency and the duration of each irrigation cycle. Irrigating less often, but for longer period, so water sweeps right down to root zone where plants can better absorb it. Seasonally adjusted irrigation cycle duration and frequency. In our municipality, Dhafra Region Municipality has implemented many programs following GRI standard, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, Green Flag Award, to ensure the highest standard of sustainable development since 2020 to improve the region vegetation by reducing groundwater usage to irrigation the trees and increasing irrigation, specifically in the green space and mid-street, iceland, and roadside plants using innovative methods. Seasonal irrigation tactics were introduced as one of the primary strategy, which reduced in 70 to 75% reduction in irrigation water usage from the previous year. This is from 2022. Consumption of 16 billion gallons, and we save 12.4 billion gallons of water per year. Dhafra Region Municipality Cities Beautification Initiate and aim to create green area in the region by planting trees at the city gate, roundabout, and traffic island, used range of local plant species, which help save approximately 1 million gallons of water per year for each space. The local plant space cover 58,000 square meter area under beautification project, which include 40 roundabout and several traffic islands covering an area of 1,056 square meter. Dhafra Region Municipality also removed 61,000 harmful trees from numerous communities across the region, and they severely impacted groundwater and had negative impact on the infrastructure asset and the city overall appearance. Removing these harmful trees and replacing them with beautifying local plant species in this community reduce water consumption to 66 million gallons per year. This is one of our parks. It's called Zayed Al Khair Garden in a city called Giyati City. And this Giyati City, Zayed Al Khair Garden, has wealth of plants around 45 different plant trees, sharp seasonal flower, ground cover, native plants, fruit trees, and grasses. To promote this aspect of area to general public, plant signage and seasonal information, and incorporated through nature information board installed at regular interval the garden where the plantation is dense and diverse. This garden is implementing the criteria for Green Flag Award and awarded by Green Flag to 2020. All the plant species have been selected based on tried and tested, attributed, and can be commonly seen through the city of Gayatri. They are typically considered regionally adaptive or native plant, depending on species and exhibit botanical feature which thrive in the Abu Dhabi Dhafra region climate. Low planting, even though is only 2 years old, can be considered mature and is regularly maintained in accordance with the approved maintenance schedule. Trees and palm similarly have been selected with the same properties and special type of places developed data palm beginning fruits and seasonal bases. This is different city. We have under municipality, 6 cities, and each city have a number of park. So this is the number, quantities of water consumed in liter by square meter of green space in city in Dhafra region, different city. So we're starting to implement a strategy to reducing water consumption by these 6 cities. So our strategy is starting by beginning of 2019. 6 irrigation were approved for forest trees in the summer and 2 irrigations in the winter at the rate of 6 gallon per tree per irrigation. So after that, after try and test, we changed this strategy to, it was noted that the tree and palm were affected, and the strategy was modified as follows, and we changed our strategy to less consumption of water. So this is different city. This one city, Medina Zaid, and the other city is called Dalma Island. So this is a consumption of water, per gallons, before and after implementing our strategy, and we saved about 90% of gallon. This is, in this city, it's around 2,500 dirham. We saved this gallon, it's equal to this amount of money. In the other city, Medina Zaid, before we implementing our strategy, we use 41 million gallon water. After implementing our strategy, we reached to 2,784,000. This is reducing, it's around 66% using gallon. It's equal around 26,249 dirham per year. So, and this is the conclusion of our strategy. Number of billion before strategy and number of billion of consumption of water after working our strategy. And also we translate this strategy to number of million, so that this is for palm and this for forest. And this is the, see the picture of palm and tree after implementing our strategy, as you see. And also our target, it was 8 liter per square meter. We actually reached to 4.9 liter per square meter. So our conclusion, as I mentioned in our my first presentation, we save around 12.4 billion gallon per year for the 6th city by implementing our strategy. We using native or local plants, and we using the operation method new system for irrigation by clustering the similar plants in the same place. So in this way, we save around 70% from the water consumption by this strategy. Thank you.